Try to render this out so that I can do other things. So, going back historically, the Soviets, through the foreigners' intervention with Stalin, were able to basically take over the United States in 1947. They had the secret to the A-bomb, because they had stolen it from the United States. They had other military secrets. And they had a very sneaky, crafty way of making that threat evident without being blameworthy. So in 1947, the United States capitulated to the Soviet Union, and we lost our own, well, we lost our freedom. But there had to be the appearance that things were as they were, because the Soviets were almost certain that if the ordinary American realized that they had been betrayed and taken over by the Soviets, the Red Scare, all these things, commies, they would have rebelled. There would be national strife of unimaginable proportion. So the Soviets were keen on not letting that happen. So they maintained the appearance that the president was the one in control, but he was not the one in control of the most vital instrument that we had at our disposal, the military. And things changed. This project that, was envisioned by the foreigner, he had a really pretty good idea. He wanted to make it independent of any particular nation or system of government, but mostly that the ministers that ruled, the ministers that controlled the project, this eugenics project, were basically controlled by money. Money, money, money. As long as there was lots of money, lots of ways to have fun at a given time, and they were very, very loyal. So the project continued. There were leaks, and there were hints, and there was almost a sense that things had changed dramatically, and I think some key people knew it and were able to convey that information through film, no less. Lots of films, a lot of sci-fi films in the 50s relate to that particular phenomenon. So, going on to the Korean War, that was a way to have the U.S. come in contact with the Chi-Coms, so that they could basically infiltrate their system of command and control, so that when the time come to get the Chinese under the umbrella of the Soviets, the Soviets, of course, had made a bargain with a third party, and this third party had lots of leverage. I mean, lots of leverage. Big, loud, awful, crazy. This stuff, and so they used that, and so they had the Soviets agree that should at some point the Soviet system dropped dead, that they would turn the key to the big car over to them. So then what happened was, moving forward, we had Soviet leaders that were leaders, but the ministers that controlled the project, they're the ones that really were in control, because they had the keys to the kingdom. And anyway, along comes Brezhnev, communist ideal. But most importantly, he knew the value of money and having provided for his children and his wife and etc. So he made a deal that he would reveal the nature of the project, the real nature of the project, to Nixon, and this happened in 1973 during the wild ride at Camp David, where Brezhnev took Nixon on a ride with no Secret Service and nobody around, and for probably about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, they rolled through the countryside, rolled through those mountains, and I believe, I'm almost certain of it, that Brezhnev was able to convey this most vital secret, the most important secret in the universe, to Nixon, and Nixon was able to understand it. This is a weird thing. So Nixon knows that the most important thing is he has to get leverage over the Soviets. And of course, Brezhnev knows that Nixon's going to act. So Nixon immediately decides to go to China to use his connections to China for his advantage. And my friend, at that point, things really did change. So I'm going to leave this go because I have to go. Fly. This is Operation Officer Hannah Osborne in Seattle. Blah, 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 blah. And kiss my ass.